myself and Karat will bring you all the action. Let's see if TYLOO can get this done in 2, or if ViCi send us to 3 and give themselves a chance on Mirage. But for now, it's Vertigo. Kev, how you feeling about this one?
I don't know. I'll have to see what kind of ViCi turn up and what kind of TYLOO turn up at the end of the day. I mean, ViCi, definitely some of the individuals came to play. Orman had a great game alongside with Jam Young. Looking at the GG bet odds as well, ViCi Gaming, well, they're already on the slaughter train at this stage.
Oh.
Looking to make those 4.8 odds work for them as Dan King. Looking to take fights, but he just turns around at the wrong time. This should be a pistol round, surely, for ViCi, as they've got all the kills in the A side for now.
Yeah, the grand total of 20 seconds in the round, and almost everyone's dead. His attacker is looking just to back away, maybe find himself a flanker there at mid, or just go for a different approach. But it looks like it's too far gone, as he may just carry that armor across in it to the next round. But what an explosive pistol. ViCi, usually with these fast strategies on the T side, never really work for them. But this time, TYLOO just caught sleeping for a moment. Well, that's an early way to get straight back into the game. They did get their choice of side, and the side chosen, the terrorist side this time. Looks like Attacker is just waiting for someone to maybe show up, and does find the headshot to Jam Young. So a little bit of extra money in the bank at least.
What is that angle that Attacker was using? I'm a bit curious about that now, actually. If someone theoretically was overstepping the mark over at the A ramp, if you could, I don't know, maybe get a cheeky boost working. That's going to be some more investigation in the future. That started off quite well for TYLOO, but ViCi were able to get the trades and kind of flood in from there. So good stuff from ViCi, but we've seen this so many times before where they've taken the pistol, and I hate to doubt it, but it is going to be the TYLOO force buy. And how many times have you seen TYLOO win the force buy immediately afterwards?
Just too many times. They're just so good with these pistols, and that's the issue here. However, there's a couple of rifles in the hands of ViCi. You got an AK for Kaze, 2 Galils, another AK there for Jam Young. So they've certainly got the firepower. They just need to hit the shots. Good placement of that nade as well. Attacker already down to half. So that's some damage found for free. So you see ViCi just dominating the lower area of Vertigo for now, not taking too much stairs or ramp control, just hoping that TYLOO get a little bit too overzealous, go for that aggression that they're known for.
I think it just all comes down to timing at the end of the day. 5-7 close at Secret could have done a lot of damage, but somebody's actually just playing a little bit further behind. ViCi just slowly walking in onto the A site. TYLOO have actually completely stacked over B. Out comes the first Molotov over at Sandbags, and somebody's going to hear this now.
Just over there at Tetris, slowly might be able to find a line, but that's if ViCi even come there over from the elbow. Smokes on site will clear any vision TYLOO had, and oh, I like this nade setup. So a couple are lined up to try and stop this plant, and the bomb's yet to go down. That is some solid damage. Jam Young gets away just barely. 9 HP. The bomb plant goes down.
Yeah, so nice little try from TYLOO to deny that. I think that's like kind of like the ViCi classic. They always plant in that spot in smoke. It's not the default plant. They go very, very far into the corner. It's really hard to spam down as a result. But you can see it was like TYLOO were trying to read that. Unfortunately, I think one of the nades or 2 of the nades might have just missed their mark barely. As a result, he's able to get out alive. Now, even if he did go down, would it have changed the result of the round? I don't know just yet. ViCi still had a lot of time to play with, obviously, and superior weapons at that distance kind of dictates most of the time they would take that round. Nice little try, though, at the end of the day from TYLOO. They're going to keep 4 pistols into the next round, so they're still pretty lethal. They don't really have to buy much more to still be combat effective, but ViCi keeping a 5 alive as well, going to be great for their economy.
That nade stack was just sick. Like, you just love to see it. That was a nice experimental one. And it shows that TYLOO have been doing a lot of homework heading into these matchups as well, just realizing the tendencies of ViCi and just trying to play off the back of them, try to get every advantage they could. And speaking of which, they did just survive with the pistols, as it is going to be 5 pistols carried forward. Well, one's purchased up there by, I think it was Summer, across to Summer. Anyway, TYLOO, 4-man stack on the A side this time. ViCi again, just looking to take this one slowly. Got their eyes, cross their T's, and make sure it's a very thorough approach. But TYLOO, again, no real aggression. It's just the stack towards the A side.
That's a bit of an interesting name that actually Orman's throwing every single time. That HE just dropping it in a position that you do see the CTs play a lot close to that 73 box.
Or is it 78?
78 upside down, 73. I think there's also 69 on the other side as well, so who knows really what box to call that at the end of the day.
Somebody
And it's like somebody like fires a couple of shots, and normally you fall back here. He's actually just pushed straight forward and cleared out A ramp. That's going to allow the rest of TYLOO to actually stack over to the B side.
Oh, yeah.
Might be a little bit too late though, as obviously the mid take is going to be commencing, and someone's going to go down pretty much with not a fight, but the fast flank is coming in.
Yeah, just coming straight over jump up, and DanKing reacts in time. However, ViCi with a very quick mop up. That's going to be 3 quick ones as somebody gets one coming through on the flank. Stops that bomb from being planted, so that's going to be good to at least, I guess, stunt the economy from ViCi very slightly as TYLOO start to head on to the guns themselves. So 4 rifles, DanKing looking just to get that AWP in play as well. He's been saving for a few now. And there it is. Good utility should come through. No kits, though, at the moment. TYLOO, better hope they're not playing for the retake here.
I mean, this is a classic case of with it AWP, you never want to play retake on that A ramp. You kind of want to get in ViCi's face. So here we begin. So DanKing's going to take that AWP over the scaffolding. Might see ViCi try to bust straight through the smoke grenades as well. You can see ZoKing. Might be a flashbang to assist him in. So far, ZoKing is going to be taken out nice and early on. At the very least, Kaze is able to get one entry, but it's just been traded straight out, and somebody playing that off angle as well. Looks like TYLOO straight onto the gun rounds. Situation's completely changed, just like that. 20 seconds in the round. You don't even see the action. It's just all over the place. ViCi's just in the dirt.
Man, just everything. TYLOO knew exactly what ViCi was doing. Even just that smoke at the bottom of ramp, expecting the aggression up the top. DanKing just positioned perfectly. Everyone just doing solid work there. Trades there on the B ramp. And TYLOO, they've managed to make that first gun round look so damn easy. So let's see if ViCi have a bit of a rough battle ahead of them.
I think ViCi actually calling a bit of attack pause at the moment is not a bad idea. Sure, they're still ahead. They've got money to work with. But prime reset round, you don't want to go into your gun rounds like that. Even with the Galils, but look, completely shot out. Let's be real. That was just not even a close contest. That was just a one-way slaughter.
Yeah.
So I think ViCi, it's like they're going, is that 3-1-1 split really worth it at this moment? Do we need to dedicate more resources into taking one side of the map and then pushing to the other side? Kind of like what we saw Order do earlier today, right? Was that they definitely did the 4-1 split really well.
Yep.
B-side player or B-side anchor, I do believe ViCi, normally it's Orman that plays that. Off the top of my head, or Jam Young. They really need to do a good job of trying to open up and trying to force an engagement or force utility out early.
Well, we'll see how they go once they get there, but for now, it's going to be TYLOO. Going for the control. At the stairs themselves already, attacker straight to the bottom and looking to fight fire with fire, but ViCi. Lots of utility going to be rained over towards the ramp there, just trying to gain some control, but no over-aggression coming out from TYLOO just yet. Something making a whole bunch of noise here and trying to force ViCi from getting too advanced up the ramp themselves. Another smoke neutralized, touching through, and somebody comes on top there. ZoKing dancing with the devil.
Bit of spray damage as well, but attacker has gone down in the meantime. I think attacker definitely pushed forward. So that might allow a little bit of an opportunity maybe to flip towards a mid and maybe get that B split working. It is going to force TYLOO actually to shuffle around the map after that pick. If TYLOO didn't lose attacker on that mid-round push, definitely could have been a bit of a different story. I think it went down towards mid, looking at that map over there, just close to where the stairs are for that mid connector.
Just went on a bit of a wander. I think he actually managed to go all the way down the stairs into the bottom of T-spawn. And you had Orman waiting at the ready. But look how much of a rotation that one has triggered. As ViCi, they've just hit the brakes, going very, very slowly towards the A site. Summer here at Tetris, mollied out as well. That's going to put him onto the line. The man with the bomb, the man with the plan, Kaze, slows down for now. 20 seconds, they have to go for commitment. And the DanKing peering from above is going to take an advent. Fast rotations here on Vertigo allow ViCi to get back into this one. It's Jam Young with a quick 3K. Bomb plant not even necessary as the flank came through. Orman didn't have too much of an impact, but it was just that thought in the back of the minds of TYLOO.
No, that's huge impact, honestly, from Orman. I'm gonna counteract. I'm sorry to say, but if he does not get that kill onto that onto the rotating player on slowly, DanKing is not distracted at that stage. DanKing can fully focus on that player. The fact is, he's just gone, oh, I need to get this kill now. Yeah. It's just that microsecond of hesitation allows Jam Young to find that peak timing. So at the end of the day, TYLOO, once again, they're going to force up into it. Lackey utility. ViCi managed to bail themselves out of a poor situation. But look at Orman. This is what we want to see. That acceleration coming out on that B site, and now they need to get rid of Summer.
Summer on the off angle. Off jumps up, spotted, and ViCi just delete TYLOO. Matter of seconds, nothing left in the round. And this is just Vertigo in a nutshell. Quick rounds. fast T sides.
I think it's a matter of how it's being achieved at the moment, though, right? Like, TYLOO, they kind of lost the previous buy around solely in the fact that Attack had made a very aggressive push. Don't know if it was really necessary to go into that part of the map. Orman's doing a really good job locking down these other, like the extremities in the sectors and punishing any over-aggression. And I think that's going to be critical coming into the future rounds of here.
Oh.
That said, though, you don't want to be seeing one-for-one trades right now. Even though Attacker does go down that B site, does mean that the pistols and the rifles can still have a bit of an impact to play right now. And you can see Orman already pushed far up.
It seems like ViCi just have their volume on for half the time here, but regardless, they're just going to be getting picks all across the board. Now it's just Dan King last alive here at Jump Up, and he's going to be deleted as well. So Orman, solid entries over towards that B site, but even still, Summer, he was straight down mid in a matter of seconds, drew the rotations back from ViCi into T-spawn. But then everyone else just did some work and tore through the pistols.
And right now, it's like, if I was TYLOO, I'd just go, okay, what do I need to start doing here? Well, firstly, your B-site players cannot be dying within the first 15 seconds. They've literally been trying to force a fight with ViCi every single time, and Orman's gotten the better of them multiple times. Great supporting flashbangs coming out, I think, from Zoking or Kaze on the majority of the times, where they're allowed to take these opening deals. So for TYLOO, they're going to be forced to actually blow some of that early utility in this buy round to force ViCi, or to get ViCi to give them a bit of space before they can even take any territory. Then instead of looking towards that mid-fight, I'll be looking more to containing the A side of things for now. But once again, could be TYLOO throwing a spanner in the works, maybe grabbing that AWP and putting it to the B side. Maybe getting Dan King to just lock down mid instead and playing retake A. A lot of options they have here, but I'd say aggression is not the first option they want to be going for. It's actually Dan King locking down mid for now. And ViCi taking this A-side control.
Yeah, just so fast up the rafters as somebody just fires Advent. Completely blind, flash through. He gets his way straight behind the girder here and replaces that smoke. Zoking seems to be fully aware, but he's under and on the other side of the tarp there, so slowly doesn't know of this position. Zoking hasn't spotted that through the grate. It's just going to be somebody. Oh, they've danced around places. Somebody caught with his knife out, pants down. And that's a chance now. But ViCi not going to overcommit, slowly isolated on the ramp. Doesn't even have supportive utility. As he makes his way back towards the crane. ViCi, a very thorough approach, but Jamyoung looking sharp. Let's see if slowly can stop him here.
It's all down to individual aim deals at this moment, and slowly is able to stay alive in this position a little bit longer. Maybe flashed in by a couple of teammates, he can just completely destroy this attack, and unfortunately for ViCi, they've a little bit straggled out. Kaze is definitely trying to get the trade out. Head's been spotted out, and slowly just dancing at the moment is ViCi, trying to scramble to see where they have, but they really don't have any map control at the moment. 30 seconds left, no smokes, they have to go for this contact play. Kaze needs to lead the charge and needs to land the shots, and he's in the right position to do so. Gonna molly an HE nade into Secret once again, but Dan King just holding Secret. So much trust right now. Summer on the off angle. Is Kaze going to clear this? Is the real question. And yes, he is. Whoa. He's been tagged once, and that's going to force, once again, the attention to be diverted away. Allows now the rifle to come into play. 7 seconds left. It's all down to Kaze.
And trying to stop that bomb now. Kaze unable to land the nose scope, but TYLOO, they make the gamble. 4 men on that A site. And it's too much for ViCi to deal with. So great work being done by TYLOO early in the round. Get them a second on the board.
That's really just down to slowly. Just, once again, just locking down this position at the moment. Good damage early on from the utility from TYLOO. Made that job a little bit easier. But ViCi, a lot of cash still for this round to get back into it, to just damage that CT economy and roll ahead. Double Op's actually coming out from TYLOO now to sum up. Is going to allow Attacker to rotate and maybe play mid instead as well. But he's actually taken the AWP mid. Dan King's the AWPer that's looking to just kind of probe over to the B main area of things. Only 2 riflers over here at A, going to be boosting up over the smoke for now.
Start to push down the ramp. Somebody trying to fire blind there over towards the forklift. Or big box. I kind of want to call it fork still, you know?
Shoebox. Just shoebox.
You just want to call everything shoebox, don't you?
See, I don't like how slowly he's playing the position when he doesn't have the smoke grenade, but somebody, he dies with the smoke grenade in hand. So that's a lot of utility loss for the CT side. And Attack has also gone down this time around as well. Orman's been so good at opening up this B side of things.
But unfortunately, he just toe-to-toe with Dan King and doesn't come off the good side of it. Great trade from Kaze. Will keep the man advantage for now. But as you can see, Summers here just gazing over the boxes there at default. Nade perfectly placed as goes big damage onto Kaze. He's pushed through the molly. 2 HP, just barely survives. And now he's just looking to deny the bomb plant. Needs to have some impact. Tries to go up. Smoke not faded. And there's one. Slots it. Beautiful.
How does he get away with that? I mean, still it's a 1v2 at the end of the day, and Dan King should have been spotted by Jam Young on the exfil. So has to fight 2 Ts in the same angle. This is so difficult right now. One going to be on the sandbags. There it is. Dan King's found almost both. It was looking the right way for a moment, but So King's able to bring the spray back. So ViCi continue the winning spree at the moment, and that's actually a big round as well, because it's going to force TYLOO into a bit of a funny money situation.
Who's going to be the king at the end of the day, you reckon? At the moment, it's looking like Dan King, but Zo King trying to take the throne for himself right now.
I mean, there's only 2 kind of Zo Kings, isn't there? There's Zo King and there's Choking. Good to see it's not the second one so far.
Pretty solid performance from him today.
But here's the thing, right? I want to see ViCi continue this pace up. Orman, once again, so critical on a lot of these impact kills. They're up against another pistol round. Can they bully the A-site players again?
There it is. Spam comes through somebody with accuracy of a god. And that's going to be a bit of redemption. Kaze finding that pick through towards that A site, but now he's going to be slowly playing very aggressively. Zo King not ready for that one, and Advent falls as well. There is no way Slowly should be allowed to get away with murder like that.
That's such an off angle though to be playing, and that's what I mean. It's like ViCi, like what? Who the hell is that with a deagle over there? Is somebody like in T spawn? What is he doing here?
Just cutting off those rotations in case they try to rotate passively, rotate deep. He's going to be able to get straight behind him if they do manage to go back to the B site. However, they won't have the information, so let's see how it goes.
So they're going to rotate through maze, which is, I would say, the appropriate thing to be doing right now. Are going to be walking onto the B side of things, but eventually they're going to have to drop utility. You can't just walk on here and play contact. They surely have to drop a smoke or maybe throw a flashbang to just give themselves a bit of a better chance. But they are just going to walk contact in, and I think it's just like ships in the night. They will get access to the B site, a lot of utility to work with. There is a kit for TYLOO to work with.
And you can see down the bottom that somebody has managed to make his way into the doors, so he's very close for the flank on this B site. Bomb tap's certainly going to be heard and called. But somebody is just filtering out everything at the moment. Looks like he's actually gone and grabbed himself an AK. So rifles retrieved. This retake is looking even better by the moment for TYLOO.
That said, though, stairs position's being covered off. They have so many smokes to work with on ViCi where I don't even really believe in TYLOO actually getting this retake. There's so many territories they need to filter out. It really comes down to this aim deal with Kaze, right? So they have to be pushing in. Somebody just lurking here is all he needs to do. Can't really show his presence right now. Now the pressure's being placed, he can push through, and there you have it. That's really well played from TYLOO. And that's the kind of difference, right? We're seeing that in a different gear right now from TYLOO. Before, they would have just run in individually one by one and lost that. But you can see somebody's just like, I'm just going to sit here and just wait. Once again, the microsecond where finally the doubt is sown in the head of that ViCi gaming player, turns the head, and that's when they strike. Perfect counter-strike, perfect retake coming in from TYLOO. And ViCi, that's a big opportunity lost, and I feel like they have to cop a bit of an eco right now.
And look, sometimes you see TYLOO.
Why?
They have a bit of disjointed communication and coordination, but that's one of those rounds where you can see all the pieces of the puzzle just certainly coming together, and it's just those ecos, man, keeping ViCi guessing. ViCi, as you mentioned, have gone for the force buy here. Dan King looking to put a stop to it before it begins, and he's going to go down to a UMP. Advent just taking a bit of initiative. Straight up ramp he goes, and there's the timing of the peak slowly with the double. Can he triple it up? Flash from his teammate unfortunately blinds him, but a smoke to save him. Not quite enough. 2 more kills picked up by ViCi. That's a man advantage, as again, the round's going to be flipped on its head, but Summer's still here, but not for long. Jam Young, great jobs on the entry now, as the attacker in the 1v3 has a pretty big opportunity, but has to isolate the fight. His position's known.
Whoa, what a shot from Jam Young. That's some great stuff. I was just going for a moment. No, you can't just force in. That's so risky. But TYLOO they've struggled so hard actually containing this A side ramp control. Or I say for ViCi, you just got to keep bullying this A side of things. Orman's doing a great job over there on the B side where he's just anchoring TYLOO, forcing 2 players to be there. They don't even need to threaten mid right now. It's just the A ramp control. Doesn't matter what TYLOO throw in, and that's a big problem. It is going to be forced by coming out. Somebody's got a max 7. Danking's at the AWP again, but this is the part where TYLOO needs to recognize and start reinforcing this A side of things a bit more. They can't just allow ViCi to continue to bully. And you can see, ViCi have made this adaptation. They're taking this mid, potentially a B split this time around. Only Kaze is posted a bit further back.
Okay, so somebody has a mag 7. Somebody also has a mag 7 at mid. So, what and how and why are the questions I really need to ask right now. However, he rotates into probably a stronger position. If he can get underneath jump up, that is going to be extremely powerful, but ViCi not heading in this direction just yet. Drawing out those rotations, as now it looks like we see a rotation back through unders, over to ramp, and eventually ViCi looking to target that A site. But for now, just regrouping. Silent approach. Nice and slow. Kaze probably going to make a bit of noise here. Run boost comes through. That's going to be a bit of rotation back as well. As somebody actually falls down. Big damage onto Jamyoung, but not enough with that mag 7. Now off the man advantage, ViCi should be able to trade out from here. Let's see if Slowly can do some work here.
Question
is,
shadows. Yeah, but the question is, who's going to be posted on the angle at the right time? And Kaze is going to be picked off by the AWP. That said, though, Danking is now definitely starting to open things up, but he's caught out in the middle of the open. Bomb's actually lost in the A site, and someone would have had a glimpse of it. T's going to be scrambling to recover. Barely any utility left for them to work with. That's a little nice nade that's coming out that's going to dent the HP of some up. Smoke's going to be fading as both T's looking to exit, but Orman blocks Jamyoung. It's all down to Orman at the moment. He's trying to isolate deals. Knows attack is close by, but Attacker just sitting there with a patience is able to get the trade. But once again, such a costly round for TYLOO. They just don't have the cash to work with. Can't say the same for ViCi. They've got money to work with, even without the loss bonus. That said, it is money running dry. Might be tempted to force up once again.
It looks like ViCi are going with a much more patient approach, and it's working pretty well, at least in terms of keeping that economy nice and balanced. Not too sure if we're going to see this one get pulled through. Type D. Okay, Battle of the Kings. All right, so Twitch chat's going to decide it. Kev, have you got Twitch chat ready?
I don't actually.
I don't either, but look, I can organise that one. So D, if you are a fan of Dan King. Z, if you're a Zo King.
And if you found a Karatha Mac, type in KM in chat, because we're the true kings right here.
Woo!
Let's go into the 13th round. We have it. ViCi, they are going to be forcing up, walking into Dan King's crosshairs, and he misses. Attacker,
Didn't
though.
even shoot there. Just got off the line. Picks it up nicely. Jamyoung slotting it through slowly on the trade. And this is what TYLOO's been so good at, is their positioning, able just to capitalize on the trades and keep the numbers high. It's getting costly.
Oh, how does somebody get away with the crouching UMP? What? You can't do that against... Orman is 14-6. He's been so good at opening up this B side.
Yeah.
You can see his crosshairs trained, and then somebody just crouch walks out of the door and just double dinks him with the UMP.
The old crouch peek.
Oh my god.
What do you do? You can't do anything against it. That's just the hard tilt.
That is when you say you can't counter-strike brilliance. Lamau.
Well, that's it at the end of the day. But now round 14. We're getting pretty deep here. Let's see if TYLOO can make it nice and even. 8-7 at the half. It's going to be ViCi running away with it, but on the back of the clocks, it's Dan King having a field day. Somebody in Slowly as well. Almost everyone having a crack except Attacker in round 14, but there it is. Nicely on the board. TYLOO trying to bring this one back as we head into the final round of the half. Both teams will be sufficiently brought up. And let's see if ViCi can stack another on here on the T side, because we know just how dangerous TYLOO are on the T side themselves.
I mean, and that's the whole thing, right? Is like, I feel like last time that we saw these guys play against Vertigo before, obviously, DreamHack was the last time I watched these guys play. It felt like they were definitely very one-sided halves. Slowly pushing straight through. He catches the timing. And he's able to get out alive. No, Advent, thank God he sprays him down.
I think he just got a little bit stuck on the ledge there. This Advent might be able to work the timing. Let's see if somebody gets caught. Util out. Be aware, but Advent almost whiffs it. Big damage taken, but still a man advantage for ViCi. But for how long?
Dan King's looking to probe through again, so once again, it feels like it just all comes down to some of these one-on-one aim deals. Bit of a ring around the rosy right now. I don't know if Jamyoung was spotted, but I think there's a suspicion of the flank player, and Dan King, as we said, needs to go in the aggression here to cut off a few of these angles. Jamyoung might have just missed the angle. I'm not too certain.
Oh.
It's going to go for the... Oh, Zoking is going to go for the plant, but Advin's just staying really cheeky hidden. So it should be the final round in ViCi Gaming's favour, as Jam Young is going to close it up. Great half coming out from Jam Young as well as Orman, but can they keep up the effort is the real question.
Just let it go. Gonna do it like this, gonna do it like that. Everybody's on that, gonna do it like this. Yeah, we never look back. Got the bodies on tap, get it right on it, get it cloudy on it. Got me on the right track, yeah, you got me on it. Gonna do it like this, cause that's the way we want it. Gonna do it like this, gonna do it like that. Gonna do it like this, yeah, we never look. Been friends for a long time now. Always have a good time whenever we go out. But you've been calling me up all the time and sending me signs and giving me them eyes. And you've been saying that you found the one, texting me junk and you wanna talk but you can't say why. I can't get there and you know I've tried. You know I don't wanna waste your time. City lights, I'm looking in your eyes, but I can't say why. Doesn't feel right to call you mine. You know I don't wanna waste your time. I can't get there and you know I've tried, but I can't say why. Feeling lost like I just wanna time back time. Choked up, tell me how do I say this right? Cause you've been calling me up all the time and sending me signs and giving me them eyes. And you've been saying that you found the one, texting me drunk and you wanna talk but you can't say why. I can't get there and you know I've tried. You know I don't wanna waste your time. City lights, I'm looking in your eyes, but I can't say why. Doesn't feel right to call you mine. I don't wanna waste your time. I can't get there and you know I've tried, but I can't say why. But I can't say why.
Second half is live, and TYLOO now on the T side. We're going to try and get back into the game quickly. ViCi with a pretty solid T side themselves. Want to get back into the series, but let's see. TYLOO might not even give them a second to breathe. Zoking has already gone down to 38 HP. Kaze Binks as well. TYLOO, they are straight out of the gates and gunning for the A side.
Yep, and that's a pick up on the pace. TYLOO definitely want to be picking up this pistol. As bomb plant should be completed by Dan King. Let's see, Kaze's got an incendiary grenade, 2 smoke grenades for them to work with as well. Bit of an interesting play actually closer towards Secret. You can see that T's actually playing a bit anti-flash right now. There's the first smoke going to ramp. There's the second smoke in the secret. Here we go.
Boost there over towards short. Let's see if Zoking deals with it. Oh, finds one. Dan King, nice
Oh.
lineup for him. Can't get the fourth, though, as the rest of the boys pick up the pieces. TYLOO straight back into the game, 7-9. Should be able to tie this one up nicely off the back of a bye.
That is a couple of Ds in the chat for sure right there.
Yeah.
The fact that Dan King just pretty much railed them. Don't know what to make of that. That's just 5 shots, 3 heads rolling at close range. You love to see it. And it was pretty easy cleanup from TYLOO as all the players just kind of filtered into his crosshairs.
Yeah, that pretty much tells the tale that we were trying to play earlier. As look, if you look at the kills on the board, it's pretty much even on both sides. I think TYLOO has 1 or 2 less kills overall. It's crazy. So everyone really having a good performance here on Vertigo. Well, let's see what ViCi can do. They've gone for the pistols. 257s, great utility. No kid in play.
I
But
must say, I'm a bit confused why ViCi took a tactical pause. Like, that's not a tactical pause where it's like, oh, we need to talk about how to break the economy and flow of things. That's literally a tactical pause because the mentality of this team is slipping, and that's a big problem. The fact that tac pause are called after the pistol, probably people screaming in TeamSpeak right now. I'm not going to lie. And that is not a good sign. ViCi Gaming were up 8-3. For them to come back to this stage, they need to make sure the mentality game is solid right now. Otherwise, this is in huge danger of TYLOO, then going up to 14-10, 15-10. How many times have we seen this before? So, not a bad time to take a tac pause, but let's see if that does help out with the players' mentality at the end of the day. It's going to be this 3-1 or 3-2 split, should I say, to the A site.
5-7 solid positioning. Crossfire split, though, by that smoke as TYLOO just going to be losing the numbers as well.
Bombs lost out in the open as well in Maze. That's never a good thing.
ViCi seem to have the strat right now, doing the homework. They need to do some more work in the server now to lock this one down. GM Young looks like he's positioned to find attacker coming through. Towards short. Just a matter of moments. Looks like that could be the line found soon. Summer backing off at mid. Through to GM Young, fully aware. It's a shot on the body. Attack down to 19. And there's going to be 2 men too many as attack falls down. Now,
Great flashbang, in all honesty. So great teamwork coming out from ViCi. That's something that we love seeing. And now somebody has a lot of work to do to clean up all these CTs.
Oh, wallbang straight onto Orman. He's turning on at the right
But
time.
he needs to pace. He needs to speed up. Oh,
He's certainly doing it all himself. Now Kaze in the corner. Perfect position, but somebody just flicks it around. And that is the best 4K I've seen in a while. Somebody just going in absolutely vintage, just shredding ViCi apart.
like, you've got Summer over there just going, yeah, you can do it, man. I believe in you. And somebody just goes in. And that's like a situation where I go, how, like, this is a perfect situation for ViCi to be in. All they need to do is just kind of chill and play contact off each other. But this is what I mean. Look at them. They're all individually swinging out.
Oh, well, look, Kaze didn't. He just got
No, but
destroyed.
that's what I mean, is that why isn't Kaze swinging off Advent's contact? Why is
Yeah.
no one swinging off each other's contact at this stage?
Because they're
It's
scared.
And that's the problem.
Yep.
A perfect round for ViCi to take. 4v2, Summer low, bomb lost out there, and they still let it slip away in TYLOO. Well, they'll bring it straight back into this round.
ViCi unable to get too much damage done. Just on the default pistols now. Positioning. Not too great to really play this one together. Just sort of hoping to find a bink or two here and there. It's not looking too good. Summer as well. He's about to farm up a Storm there with the Mac 10 going straight through Maze. Just coming in on the flank. Finds one on the Jam Young, another on to Advent. And it's just a matter of time before he finds Orman rotating in as well.
Yeah, a bit of a rough round for ViCi. Not much damage that they could really do. But at the end of the day, it's only USBs. You can get lucky with some of these pistol rounds. But in much more rounds where kind of the fights are broken down into these open corridors, into the SMGs at close range, really difficult to land the jumping double dink. And you can see Summer, even though Orman did so well to do this damage, Summer still comes up on top. Just shreds apart any unarmored CTs. And scores are tied 9 apiece. Buy round's going to come out at the very least, and this is the first chance for ViCi to turn things around.
What do you call that? Just proactive gameplay? I was going to call it just like straight up ADHD Counter-Strike. Because he was just jumping around, clearing every corner.
I wouldn't really say it's ADD just yet. ADD is just like, you can always just see them just like shoulder peeking and jiggle peeking there. And it's like, they just want to go take a fight.
Yeah. Well, speaking of fights, TYLOO on the bonus round looking to really set their economy in stone for the half. ViCi on their first buy as well. One kit in play. And a whole lot of util used early just to keep TYLOO out of those sites, keep them away, slow them down. TYLOO happy to go for the slow approach, grouping up over towards the A ramp now. Taking the bomb in that direction. But the defense has 3 here. And Kaze is going to be perched there, right next to the scaffold, ready to fight. Now Zoking unable to get a trade at all. It's DanKing doing all the work. Advent, 1, but it's not enough.
All down to Kaze to see what fights he can find. Great little flashbang coming forward, but Kaze, you can't afford to miss those shots. At the end of the day, he gets punished for it. And a few flashbangs just allow Summer into position to get that bomb package down. Only a smoke grenade for the CTs to work with. At least they're close. And they're going to try to get on top of the smoke. Does really well. All down to this 1-on-1 right now. Advent does not expect Attacker to be attacking like that. That is the last thing that you expect. Him just going over the smoke, ready to fight. And Attacker's starting to get into the game right now. And TYLOO, for the first time in a very long time, actually take the lead. I would say, like, this is the part where I just go, I think ViCi are just mentally done.
It feels like that. They're just juiced completely. And TYLOO just have that momentum. They're hitting everything. A lot of these rounds, yes, they're coming down close, but the last was a bonus round. And again, somebody fully reads the economy. He's gone straight back for the Mac. ViCi, they're in for a rough one. Up against the SMG here. Somebody doesn't actually... Oh, okay. That just hits him with the 180. Full trick shot. Straight up the stairs.
He turns from the flashbang and he clears this corner. He's like running. He's got a full belty utility and he's just full sprinted in. Finally, he goes down, but it's like, oh, we've lost the Mac 10. I wonder where the rest of the players are going to go here. We can either go back to A or we can just group up and hit B. All they need to do is make sure they go together and they don't expose any flanks, and TYLOO will be fine to take this round. 2 deagles over here. ViCi, though, great chances. TYLOO really didn't do anything with somebody's round just then, and still can turn back around in his head. Very dangerous players right now in the play for ViCi.
Jamyoung going to be backed up against the crane now. Matter of moments before TYLOO go for the 2-2 split onto site, and that's if they commit to it. Well, we're all here 50 seconds, don't have to go through. Jamyoung can't find the headshot this time, so a 2-man disadvantage. ViCi probably just going to fall through the smoke as they do go loud. Zoking going to be jumping through the smoke, manages to find himself the double. Mac 10 could have had a bit more impact, but still, I guess at least ViCi making that an expensive round for TYLOO. But even still, look, there's just so much money in the bank off the back of that buy.
Yep. I think it was Summer as well. Somebody, if like, a flash just makes him turn around for a little bit and he's like, oh, there's someone over there. Just, it's like watching art play from Furia. Just that W key, I'm just going, it's beautiful. You know it's coming. And this is what I mean. This is the 4th gear right now. It's the somebody just pushing it. He does not care gear.
This is, so I feel like TYLOO is one of those teams that just needs to watch so many Furia demos, take so many leaves out of their book, and just demolish anyone that stands in their way, because their style of gameplay suits that so well.
Yeah, I would agree.
Need to get the cohesion.
Yeah, 100% cohesion. I think tactically they're not on the same level. Furia is definitely a team that's been playing together for a lot longer. And look, we're not trying to compare TYLOO to Furia. If these two teams verse off against each other, I'm very confident in Furia winning 2-0 very comfortably. Let's be real here. But I think it's like you can take a leaf out of how Furia are playing with that W key person. You know Art's coming for you, but what can you do to stop it? And I think it's just adapting around that. Well, let's see. It's going to be the buy round coming out from ViCi once again. Emphasis over towards the A ramp just early on from Jamyoung.
Smoked off though. Stopped in their tracks. Last molly to the corner to force attack back, but Jamyoung not going to thread any bullets through the smoke. Might have maybe found a timing, however. It's the nades onto DanKing that really dish some free damage. Jump peeking the corner. Jamyoung gets the info, spots one. Going to happily just continue to jump there. Knows that he can fall back in time and has Zoking up against this tarp there as well, so ready to go for the swing at yellow. Good noise made by Summer over towards mid as well, just trying to hold off these rotations.
That's the whole thing, though. It's just like him just holding this position right now. Oh my goodness, Danking turns for that flashbang as well, but Zoking's ready to swing and make that trade. A pretty messy spray from Attacker, and all TYLOO need to do right now is just slow down the situation. They've got control over this, like a soft control over a ramp area.
Oh, but Advent, he's rotated off the B site, over to jump up, looking to play for retake. Just trying to show a bit of presence at mid, make sure no one slides through and gets a flank off for free.
Orman can go fast in the rotation, though. That's the whole thing. The more noise that Summer actually makes over here... Oh, what? Oh. Summer on 1 HP!
No.
You can't do that! You can't just jump and hit Orman like that. And Advent, he's going to be sweating bullets right now. Caught out in the open. Somebody can't recalibrate, but still Advent's able to calibrate around. And now Summer walking straight, I would say, into his death. Surely... as it is going to be Advent with a 3-piece in the open. TYLOO just can't get the entries. He's able to bail ViCi out of a terrible situation. How did Summer hit that jumping AK shot? I still feel a bit cheated if I was Orman. But at the end of the day, crisis averted. They finally stopped the spree of rounds from TYLOO. Oh my goodness.
Just manages to wrangle it back at the last second as well. Flicking around like a madman. But look, props to Advent for holding in that position. Managed to pick up all 3 kills, just sliding around. They're on the scaffold, as we do see TYLOO again go for the buy, but this is the point where the economy could be cracked as ViCi have just managed to get 1 on the board for the half. Can they find any more in a row?
And the Orps actually come out and play for TYLOO. They've recognized the danger in terms of allowing the CTs to be jump peeking, and the easiest way to get rid of Jamyoung ever doing that shenanigans again is posting Dan King's Orp on it. That said, though, look at the difference in playstyle from ViCi in this round. They've got the utility to use, but they're not using anything at A ramp. Really conserving it and trying to dwindle this down and try to maybe force a retake A ramp scenario, or maybe even a retake A.
Let's see if this one happens. Utility going down at the right moment, stopping Dan King from finding too much info there at Scaff. Kaze, a peek from the elbow.
And this is something I don't like TYLOO doing, setting off for a full five-man execute without any other information, without selling anything else over at the B side. Zoking, he's going to be the linchpin, I feel like, on the fast flank over here.
Placement of the smoke. Zoking can't body block it though, so let's see if the counter utility comes through, or if it's just going to be the face. Jamyoung, solid position here at Ninja. It's just a matter of time. So many men coming up from the short position. Jamyoung can't double it down, and that is going to be the defense just deleted on the A site. Orman won through the smoke, and he's going to try and play the timing game, but smoke does not bloom as somebody in the corner finds him for free. He's not even going to be blinded by the smoke, so able to fight, hold for the plant to go down as Advent. Look, he got a 1v3 before, but I don't think he's going to do it again.
No, backing off. And that's just, I want to see the replay exactly how Dan King took that AWP deal. The fact he gets rid of Kaze near secret, that's the opener right there. He's able to push forward, and that's pretty much ViCi's crossfire completely disrupted. I would have said that situation, ViCi definitely had a hold of the situation. Kaze is posted on a great defensive angle. You've got Zoking that can swindle around both angles to help out wherever's needed. And then Jamyoung, obviously, in a very cheeky ninja position behind that metal column. But at the end of the day, TYLOO just too good in the entries, just Dan King on the AWP. That's literally it. Yep. 2 entries and that's it. The round's won.
Really a top performer today for TYLOO. Just trying to make some magic happen. Sometimes a bit over ambitious, over aggressive, overextending comes to mind. But again, just doing so much work there at elbow to really open up for TYLOO again. And that's going to be ViCi's economy, not looking too crash hot either. So there should potentially be another freebie for TYLOO. If they send it to 13, then that's going to be a 3-round lead. ViCi, they've already struggled in the half. They've only found the 1 so far. It's not looking good for them to get back in the game, but they're going to take the tactical and talk things through, see what they decide to do to maybe cause an upset here.
The problem is, though, I think, like, looking just before that tactical pause, that some of them did force up. And yes, I get they've got the 5-round loss bonus working with at the moment. But, like, this is not the buy that you want. I guess it's Advent brought down to 2.5. Like, Jamyoung can only go down to maybe an SMG and armor. Zoking shouldn't be on 1500. I'll put it that way. Like, you shouldn't be buying down that low at this time. I get that you want to still compete, and he's really good with the 5-7, but you want to keep your money up high. You want the orbs. You want the ability to have all this utility to contest. You have shown the ability to actually win the mid-round as well as a utility game. You just need to carry it forward right now and let the aims do the talking. It's going to be an off boost that's coming out over at Secret. And the question is whether or not Attacker will be spotted out and 1D. This is a real question.
I like this boost as well.
There
So
you are.
Kaze on top just slots that one straight through the scaffold onto Attacker. That's going to be a good start. And the reason I like that, the boost rather, is because they still had eyes on Elbow and weren't going to get caught off guard. So great creativity coming out from ViCi.
What?
Timing shot does
He
not
hits
hit the
Jam
team.
Young.
Wait, what?
He hits Jam Young through the wall for 21 damage, which is
What?
barely anything, but he tries to get the timing shot on Zoking through Secret, and he's hit Jam Young as a result in mid. You can go back and watch it on the replay. Maybe it won't mean the difference at the end of the day, because it's still going to be that forward smoke being deployed, and a lot of members on the CT side over here. No flashbangs to send anyone in just yet, but slowly. Looking to make impact right now as Advent trying to swindle his way through the smoke. That's going to bring some attention over to the CT spawn side of things instead. Summer's going to go for the plant, but it's not clear.
And the bomb goes down. That should be the round. And ViCi straight back into this one. Lackluster buy, but Dan King has something to say about it. But Advent shuts him up before he says too much. And there it is, 3 on the board again. Advent really showing up to keep ViCi in the game.
And that force by M4 pays absolute dividends. 8 times a flash assist, that sounds about right. I've not seen any. Like, that was a problem. It was like, I was just going, there's so many smokes over here. All you need to do as TYLOO is just chill. Like, you don't need to commit through a smoke. Why don't you just wait over there and just clear out the smoke, make sure your flank's secured, take out the pistol players, and then get the safe plant. The fact they commit on that when they think Secret is clear, that's a huge misplay coming out from Slowly. And look at this economy right now. This is not looking good for TYLOO. This is the perfect situation for TYLOO. Oh, sorry, for ViCi to actually fight straight back into this. TYLOO already a man down. Their economy is about to be broken. ViCi, if they can keep him at 3 or 4 guns alive, Orman and Kaze and Advent's got a ton of money. You'd be cheering right now if you're a ViCi. But they cannot let this drop.
Yeah, that's the thing. They need to secure this one. Very crucial. Make sure TYLOO doesn't reset the economy back in the other direction as well.
That's so smart what ViCi did as well. No one at Sandbags, but they invest a smoke there. It is going to make TYLOO think there is someone there. And there's no utility for TYLOO now to flush it out. So they have to execute. They have to clean out the area.
The rest of the counter util coming through as well. There's no other mollies to actually flush out for TYLOO, so they're just going to go path of least resistance over towards the elbow instead. Zoking, head ripped off there. No one left on site. Orman's going to be flashed back in, though. He's going to be blinded too. Let's see if he can work the timing. In a very solid position. Jumps up, tries to deny it. Doesn't. Oh, he does actually. Get the bomb
It's Jam
down.
Young. It's Jam Young that denies it, but
Oh, no.
he's cooked that one up, that's for sure. That could have been a pretty big incendiary grenade. That would have been a death for Summer.
100%. And, oh, Kaze just hits him straight through the box now. ViCi firing up when it matters. And now Attacker needs to stop them. Man disadvantage. Advent tries to go high. Great smoke as well to force Attacker out. But he's won from this position before. Does he work the shot through? No, it's actually Kaze to deny him. Great cover from ViCi on that defuse. And a great retake as well. So 12-12 the scoreline as TYLOO now has a cooked economy.
Yep, and just keeping 3 guns alive, as I was saying for ViCi, absolutely critical. Now the impact is starting to be felt from Kaze's AWP, just sitting and just chilling there. You can just see patience coming out from ViCi. They don't need to rush this retake, and that is much better to see. They use their utility wisely. They make sure that they clear out all these sections, and TYLOO can't really get the crossfires working, and that's kind of the undoing there. It is going to be attack pause coming out from TYLOO at this stage. Just try to figure out what's going on here. I'll probably say a light pistol buy is the best thing they can do right now. Try at least hamstring the economy of the CT side while trying to make their way into either a site for a bomb plant. Maybe try to test out this mid area, try to find a weakness. Don't really want to buy down too low. Loss bonus is starting to favor TYLOO right now, not ViCi. As we're heading into the dying, I guess, stages of this half and maybe into this game as well. I think the loss bonus is going to be absolutely critical for both sides. If ViCi win another one, then TYLOO's going to have a lot of loss bonus to work with.
Oh, and straight through that smoke. Strength in numbers, but Jamyoung gets 2. Not too terrible in terms of the trade for TYLOO. Let's see if they can get their mitts on the AK. Kaze tries to deny it, missed that second peek onto Summer. Flashed onto the line. Now him and Orman trying to fight this one together. Good placement of the molly. Orman only 1 as Dan King hits back. 31 HP, 1v3. I don't see him doing this one.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. But if he's able to get another pick, then he's able to keep it costly pretty much at the end of the day, and that's what you want. So, oh no, that's a pretty big pick. Surely you won't get any more than that. There you have it. But that's actually pretty big. It's going to force at least 3 M4s to be reinvested up. At the very least, that fact is going to keep the CT economy, once again, down nice and low. They don't have a loss bonus built up now.
Yeah.
That's the difference, right? TYLOO, they're starting to build up a loss bonus. They're going to go into a buy round here. And as we're coming to the dining stages of this game, money is going to be so crucial right now. Question, though, for TYLOO is how they're going to really get past the Kaze and how they're going to attack the A site. Their attack has not looked that great. I'll be honest. It's looked very flaky.
It's a little bit rough so far, but that's a great start to change things up. Advent going to be isolated at the stairs himself, and unfortunately, Orman just wasn't there to trade. So maybe it's a bait setup. Maybe hoping ViCi, TYLOO rather, would accelerate up the stairs, but it doesn't happen this time.
And Zoking just peeks out from sandbag. Slowly is able to punish that. Just round by round at the moment.
It's peeking dry, and look how much utility. We know ViCi is the team you expect to use all of this util. Maybe the lineup, but Kaze only able to get a single kill in that situation is just not enough. But unfortunately, the rest of the teammates dropping the ball. 2v4 though, Jamyoung and Orman both have been playing well today. They're not going to be able to play it together, but let's see if individually they can perform and get ViCi back into the round.
Now, only a single smoke being invested over at A. I wouldn't be convinced if I was Jamyoung. I'd probably start bailing it out right now and just go, maybe just start playing together towards B. But TYLOO actually banking on that fact right now is that, okay, we've thrown a smoke. Let's recommit over here. Out comes the second smoke. Out comes the players in unison. And Jamyoung's really the only player here. So it just depends on the timing game right now. 30 seconds left. He can't really just hope for a lucky shot. He has to really time something or just wait from the patience from Orman. Has to see some godly flashbangs coming forward.
Goes in dry for now and loses his head for it. Summer with the cover. More than enough. Orman happily just packing his bags, trying to keep a rifle into the next. And looking at his money, it certainly is the best case scenario. ViCi should be able to buy into the next with all the money that's there. But again, if you have a look at this one, TYLOO bring it back to a 13-apiece scoreline. Only 1 casualty in the round in total. Orb saved across from Summer as well. TYLOO, they're going to be laughing here. They're certainly right back on track to crack the economy of ViCi again.
I wouldn't say they're just completely laughing just yet. It's still a bit topsy-turvy right now, because obviously for ViCi, they 13 apiece. ViCi have enough cash to buy into this, and I'm not convinced by how TYLOO are taking these rounds. It is not overall like great strategy or a great execute or how they clear these corners. It is very much ViCi offer maybe 1 or 2 opportunities, like Advent's dropping down, loses that fight against somebody. Zoking's peeking out, not on the back of a flashbang. At least I don't think there was a flashbang being thrown. And that kind of, to me, makes all the difference at the end of the day is ViCi are much stronger when they have the supportive utility supporting their strong players, not the other way around. So
early scaff smoke coming out every round. TYLOO just trying to condition ViCi to maybe push through, but it's going to be pushing on the B side instead. Somebody finds a pick, but traded out by Advent. And again, the IGL just putting in a great performance so far for ViCi. Just really picking up the pieces, having some solid positioning to keep ViCi in this game. Let's see where TYLOO decide to head. Just regrouping now through the lower con.
lots of utility for the T side to work with. And 1 minute. Ooh, that's a nice little nade to keep Summer, or to keep the players on ViCi interested over in mid instead. Advent's going to have to use one of the flashbangs or a couple of these flashbangs just to delay over at this B side for now. But it is going to be a B side attack, slowly and steadily coming in. And attacker's going to spot out Advent, has to drop that defensive smoke, but I'd say he should just bail and try to play retake, but he's actually doing a lot of damage, but he can't land that spray, and slowly, is he aware of this position? He can't land the shots onto Advent. How is Advent still alive? What are you doing, Summer? It's all down to Dan King right now, 1v2, and they're doing the right thing on ViCi Gaming. They're pushing him at this stage, and Zoking's going to clean up. Once again, Advent just stands up huge, but what are TYLOO doing? They're just not checking their smoke. They're not clearing them out. I don't know if it's miscommunication or whatnot, but that's not good enough from TYLOO at the end of the day, and they deserve to be punished for that.
The thing is, that metal pole is just impenetrable. One-way smoke for Advent. This man knows how to solo this position, and he just completely outplays TYLOO there. So slowly, you could see he was spraying, he was spamming, he was trying to get the last couple of bullets onto Advent, but Advent, quick 3K on the hold as well as the initial trade. Doing such good work again for ViCi. Fast approach. Somebody could be caught in the corner. And Advent knows that he's here, but just doesn't have the firepower. I think he had a Famis going into that engagement. And just like that, TYLOO, a man advantage.
Attacker just coming forward as well. Oh my goodness. It's just once again these rounds where I'm like, TYLOO are literally just doing the most random things. They're pushing through smokes. Somebody's just challenging an angle by himself, and they're still coming up on top at the moment. So Kaze and Orman kind of separated here. I wonder if Orman's going to check this corridor. Surely you'd expect him to. There you have it. So Orman is going to get picked off, and it's going to bring it back to a 3-on-2. And it's really all just down to Kaze at the moment, just to hold on right now.
Let's see. TYLOO can trade this through with the man advantage, but Kaze, as you mentioned, can he double? Maybe. His footsteps encroaching, gets the no-scope slowly now, back to the one-on-one. Orman, 32 HP, but so much time on the clock. How's the timing, though?
Orman's just going to jump up and win this, surely. Slowly. He spotted the head and slowly gets the flick. He gets off, and Orman, he just can't find the timing. How are these rounds just breaking down like this? It's so scrappy. It's so messy.
I'm losing it. You're losing it. I'm sure that Pilly's losing it outside.
He's probably asleep.
And I damn think ViCi's about to lose their mind as well with how close these rounds are coming. Look, perfect performance from Kaze there. He did everything he could. But then it was just the timing, and slowly, look at this positioning. Great reaction as well to find the last couple of bullets onto Orman. But again, just such a close map. How are these two teams so closely matched? Every time.
This is the round where you just go, surely you can't win this round as ViCi, right? Pistols and MP9 this time. No, you're not.
No MP7, no MP7. Not just yet.
But here's the thing, I'm like, ViCi, this is once again, TYLOO have not been convincing on this attacking side. It's really just been individual brilliance that have carried them across. That was like a slowly round where he gets 3 kills. You can't be relying on this as TYLOO. You need better fundamentals. And that's a lot better. Conditioning in terms of utility use into a nade.
Dan King, look, he's already found one through the wall. More. Let's see if Zoking can maybe find the timing. He's actually going a bit loud on the corner peak. Jam Young still get Ninja, but they lose control of elbow. Again, Jam Young won't be able to get too much done from that position, so maybe they have to think this one through. However, TYLOO going to be blocked by the smoke for now.
Zoking's going to be tagged a little bit over here. Attackers should be able to hear that punch at the end of the day. Flashbang comes forward. Now Jam Young, how many can he get really with the Desert Eagle at this position? He's been spotted out by Slowly, who's just been doing so much work. Attacker's also gone to the better of Zoking. I think that's it. You can't do anything with an MP9 and a P250 from this position.
Certainly not. Big nade onto Orman too. That's, I think it was the 55 damage nade, so nothing that Orman could even do given that situation. 16 HP, he's just going to back away and hope to find anything into the next round. TYLOO haven't even suffered a casualty in that situation. Kev, this is looking like it's going to happen. But again, look, you can't count ViCi out. You can't count either team out. Ever. On Vertigo. Look, you want to make a definitive call, but you just can't between these two teams.
100% not. I mean, TYLOO at the very least support themselves at blanket, right? 15-14. This is the part where ViCi have to show that championship mentality on this. They can come back. It is one of the worst buys that you can afford right now. Oh, look, I can get maybe... Oh, I can get a FAMAS. That's garbage. You want M4s at this moment. You want an AWP. You can't get it.
Yeah.
So what do you make do?
So what do you do with this money? It's just
No,
deagles.
and here's the problem, right?
Sure.
You use your attack pause earlier, so you don't even have attack pause for the most critical round of all. So
What do we got? UMP, MP9, Deagle 5-7, and a Famus.
at least they have a lot of utility in the kit. So
Yep, saving grace, maybe.
small mercies.
Let's see. Aggression, down ramp, very early on. Zoking's just going to be sent straight in. Great flash allows this one to open, so at least it's a 1-for-1, which, if ViCi can maybe get aggressive, maybe get their hands on that AK, TYLOO could be in trouble.
But that's the thing, right? They just go aggressive nice and early on, but you lose so much of that. Sure, you can go, oh, we got a 1-for-1 trade. We took an AK off. But the problem is that TYLOO just going to kind of chill out here. The fact that DanKing's kind of roaming up by himself at the moment is making me a bit worried. Like, that's not something you should be doing as TYLOO at this stage. And that's a great punishment coming forward. And DanKing, this is all going apart right now for TYLOO. And this is why I said that I didn't really believe in them taking this victory.
How? Again, oh, and now somebody's going to be gifted the site for free because the bomb is at the bottom of ramp. Actually, ViCi don't even know. Somebody opens this one up. Summer might be able to find A for free because now somebody knows both of the CTs are right in front of him. And they're not going to hear him coming up the ramp. So, again, just a round going both ways. And Summer, he's had a bit of a rough game. And in the 1v2, do you back him, Kev?
Here's the whole thing, right? Smoke to use, Molotov to use as well, flashbangs, all these grenades is going to force the CTs to play respectfully. Summer, if I was him, I'd drop this HE into that mid connector and then just kind of fall away. But he's actually going to play the long con. Orman's on full HP and he's got a kit and a smoke as well. Going to be absolutely crucial to bring this into overtime. And Summer cannot probe too far. Smoke's gone a little bit too far. Orman's going to stick it. Summer needs to peek it. He's not going to peek it in time. And there you have it. We are going into overtime. How has this happened? Well, here we go.
We've been friends for a long time now. Always have a good time whenever we go out. But you've been calling me up all the time and sending me signs and giving me them eyes. And you've been saying that you found the one, texting me junk and you wanna talk but you can't say why. I can't get there and you know I've tried. You know I don't wanna waste your time. City lights, I'm looking in your eyes, but I can't say why. Doesn't feel right to call you mine. You know I don't wanna waste your time. I can't get there and you know I've tried, but I can't say why. I just wanna time back time. I'm choked up, tell me how do I say this right? Cause you've been calling me up all the time and sending me signs and giving me them eyes. And you've been saying that you found the one, texting me drunk and you wanna talk but you can't say why. I can't get there and you know I've tried. You know I don't wanna waste your time. City lights and
Time for a little cheeky bit of overtime. We thought it might have happened on Inferno, but it did actually happen here on Vertigo, so it's not all over yet, as it is 15-15 the scoreline. 16k, OT3, let's see what they do. And TYLOO just going to be going straight up mid so quickly. Jam Young, great position to deal with it, straight at the bottom of jump up here. Two quick ones. So we do see the fast rotations. ViCi now with the two-man advantage. Where did TYLOO go from here?
I'd say to their deaths at the moment, but that's a nice little shot from Dan King. Ooh, don't want to be giving him too many more opportunities, but these HE grenades are quite nice, and there's going to be a lot of utility slowing this push down. So I'd say the first round of overtime is going to go in the favor of ViCi. Surely Dan King can't on 33 HP. There you have it. I was going to say one little thing actually, Text Guy. It's peak with two E's, not EA.
Where did he type that?
The ticker at the bottom.
Well, he did say that he was dyslexic.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
It's okay.
I've called him out on stream. I feel terrible now.
You have.
I've done Text Guy dirty.
Look.
Tactical pause time.
Yeah. Straight away. Well, look, TYLOO certainly utilising this one at a good time, because the faster approach out of the gates really didn't do them any favours there. Dan King, I think he dropped the 30 in regulation. Or did he get 2 that round?
I don't know. I think he might have actually dropped 30 in regulation. I only remember him getting 1 in that previous round.
Yep.
That was about it. So, I don't know. I think at the end of the day, ViCi definitely... I would feel a little bit swindled if I was ViCi, because I definitely felt like they played a better CT half and a T half in comparison to TYLOO. Whereas TYLOO kind of got lucky a couple of these rounds. Clutch is working in their favor. I don't think we should really still be on this map. We should be heading on to the third one. But let's see how it goes through overtime, as that flashbang allows the attacker just to peer out and to fade away.
Very dangerous approach again from TYLOO this time. Getting away with it. Jam Young has been very solid in this position.
But Dan King will expect this. That's the whole thing, is that he's going to... Like, the next angle he's going to post on is that sandbags jump up. So you can see he's going to jump up and just peek directly into that position.
As the timing head spotted. Too slow on the trigger this time. Jam Young expected for a repeat again. And TYLOO finally adapting to what ViCi have been doing. Zoking, he loves this position, but he pulled the knife out. How's he got away with that? Minimal damage received as well, so certainly thanking his lucky stars. Dan King finding 1 onto Orman. And TYLOO now, with the man advantage, are just going to hightail it straight back towards the other side of the map. Let's see if Advent can hold down the fort this time, pretty deep on the site.
They're mollying exactly where he's going to be this time around. And he's, oh no, he's put it out a little bit too late. So he can still definitely play around. He's shifting up the angle. Look at how many nades TYLOO have just invested in this position, and Advent still comes out on top at the moment. Surely he has to just stop peeking at one moment, but he's bought enough time. Once again, so good at anchoring this B site. Nice little HE grenade as well, just doing some further damage. Smokes are going to fade away at this current point in time, and it's now all down to Summer, who's just been tagged down so low. Great hole coming out from ViCi. This is exactly why. On these attacks, it's just looking too one-dimensional coming out from TYLOO. It's either they hit their shots and it works, or it doesn't. There's no great smoke grenades. There's no flashbangs orchestrating an attack. It is very flat, and all the different band sections are playing to a different tune. I think that's really appropriate. I think we are going to be heading on to Mirage as the decider.
Yeah, it certainly seems to be the way.
And here's the thing. I honestly hope we do, because this is the difference between this game as well as the previous one, right? You can have a 16-14 score and go, well, that's just TYLOO just playing poorly and ViCi not being able to play well enough. This is a much better representation. All right, one's if ViCi play a little bit better this time, but TYLOO are playing poorly on their T side. Very interesting that TYLOO actually picked this map, considering the T side I feel like is very weak.
Well, maybe the breather is just what ViCi needed. However, TYLOO to a good start. 3 damage onto Kaze. No one falling just yet. Flash for the peak, Zoking. Doesn't spot a thing. And again, is just going to try to hold control of elbow. Spam coming through. TYLOO telegraphing their position. Zoking can't get anything done as attacker flicks around, finds the headshot. That's a man advantage now. Let's see if ViCi can hold here on the A site.
Foreman going up high at this stage, but he's going to go and tank the molly a little bit. Still going to be swinging forward, gets the dink onto slowly, but TYLOO are winning these individual aim duels at this stage, and Kaze on 15 HP. Definitely going to have to step up. And this is the problem I have. TYLOO, this is the part where you throw your smoke so you explode onto the site. You don't give an opportunity for Kaze to get these picks. And you don't allow an opportunity for 2 people to just fall like that. Attack is just going through to maybe go for a plant, but Amber is just getting the spray through at this stage. He's pushed through the smoke, and now it's all down to Kaze. 15 HP. It's going to be re-smoked up.
TYLOO were playing like there was 10 seconds remaining, and I don't think Kaze can get it done here in half number 1 of overtime. 1v2. He's going to do his best job, but if TYLOO, they just double down, hold this one together, don't line up for Kaze. Should be a secured round. Now let's see. Kaze makes his way through the smoke now. Trying to wrap around, but DanKing at the ready. With that Tech 9, one stray bullet will secure the round completely. There's 15 seconds. Getting close to 10. There it is. Nice little one tap. To end half number 1 of OT, as TYLOO managed to take 1 round. Don't let ViCi get too far ahead with it.
But herein lies the problem, right? Is that ViCi actually got 9 rounds in their T side. And I felt like the way that ViCi approached their T side was a lot better, where Orman is able to punish the B side players. TYLOO couldn't really contain the aggression. Just the way that ViCi play on this T side fills me with more confidence than how TYLOO.
Yeah. I'd have to agree with you there.
Not a sentence I normally say.
Well, let's see what DanKing has to say, because he's been flashed off on ramp close range, spotted and dealt with appropriately. Great counter utility coming out from ViCi with an early round aggression.
And see, this is the difference, right? ViCi, it's just they go, all right, now we wait for the mid-round aggression that's going to come out from TYLOO. We're actually posting on angles. We're staying silent, so we could be rotating around. You don't know it. Complete opposite of how TYLOO did it was that TYLOO just went, oh, we've got a pick. Let's just scramble all the way back so they can hear us. Or they're not posting on the right angles. Or when it comes to the execute time, they're not really filled with confidence.
Great patience from ViCi, just playing this one as slowly as they can. One smoke thrown at the mid-round, and that's going to bait out any rotation. Got some extra utility. And there's still going to be 30 seconds to play with once the smoke fades as well, so ViCi doing a great job. Bomb still down over on the lower side of the map, actually picked up. And I think Kaze's managed to actually slot one onto an A player. Attacker now needs to try to make his way back across, but it is going to be Summer trying to get there in time. Jamyoung close range slowly, was so strong in this position over in regulation. But again, here comes that flank coming up from Orman slowly. Needs to keep his back safe, but it's going to be the front he has to worry about. And Jamyoung deals with that one. So ViCi looking like they will finally put themselves on match point unless Attacker does something ridiculous here.
No, 4 people, completely surrounded from all different angles. Case here for ViCi is you individually not swing off each other. Kaze misses the easiest shot from sandbags in his life. Not going to happen in this stage where Kaze is actually hitting a couple of nice little shots. There you are, 2 match points for them to work with. And I say they should be able to secure it. I don't think we're going into double overtime. I think we're going to get Mitch back onto this desk relatively nice and soon earlier. So, yeah.
Let's see if you're correct, Kev.
I reckon I'm pretty correct here.
I think you might be, because
I've seen TYLOO on this Vertigo. It's not a good-looking Vertigo. And I know that sounds critical, and you go be like, Karath, you can't be a biased caster. You don't like Chinese teams. It's not true. Love my Chinese teams. But I like how ViCi are approaching this T side a lot better. So much structure, so much good utility use. And you can see they changed the tempo, and they have a reason why they changed the tempo.
So Zoking over the top, just gazing, waiting. Kaze as well, just trying to hold control of Scaff as that smoke fades. So great counter positioning coming out from ViCi. Dealing with the early ramp smoke. TYLOO don't want to go down too early this time. No over-aggression, just some nice angles held here. Over on the top of the ramp. Kaze Missing a sit-up. ViCi. Are they going to do that thing where they panic and they take too much time and then they never get into a site? TYLOO, they've been keeping him out for now with all their utility, but that's starting to wear thin. The 50-second mark too.
It's all down to slowly how many multi-frags he can get. And this is the problem how the setup works at this stage. There's no threat coming out from Secret. The fact is, like, slowly's playing the single angle at the moment, and he can be threatened from 2 different sides. All Zoki needs to do right now is just swing out from the other side. There's no trade potential. Dan King's come through a little bit too late. Molotov is going to be lined up, though, at this stage, but I think Zoki... No, he didn't miss that. And Dan King's going to go down. So that's going to pincer once again somebody into a terrible position. And you can see that's what's going on right now.
And that's it, starting to crumble. But Summer does his best job there, and it's all up to him. But Zoki gets it done. Quick 2K at the end, 4K for the round as OT is done. Map number 2 going to ViCi. We are sending this one